Tonight, something Republicans don't want you to see. They even threw our reporter off the property for trying to bring this next story to you.
Enter with me into the right wing's utopia, where the slogans are American and unapologetic. This is America's Conservative Political Action Conference, CPAC, but exported to Budapest, Hungary, a country led by authoritarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Since 2010, Orban has crushed dissent politically and socially, consolidating power around his office, severely restricting immigration. He's taken control of the judiciary and major media and limited rights, especially for gay people. This is the leader held up by CPAC as a conservative hero in a war against the left.
I'm honored to address so many patriots in Hungary who are proudly fighting on the front lines of the battle to rescue Western civilization.
Familiar Trump allies joined in.
You guys are an inspiration to the world.
From video messages.
Thank you for standing strong.
To appearing in person.
Hungary's immigration policy should serve as a model for the United States.
And that confirms that I am in good company here in Hungary.
Hungary has become one of the most successful models as a leader for conservative principles and governance in Europe.
Not that they want outsiders to see any of this firsthand.
Everything has a mesh around it, mesh fencing. We got an email back from CPAC when we applied for credentials, and it said that we're getting denied access because CPAC is a no woke zone.
That was a standard response sent to most independent media. We got tossed out.
No photo.
Oh, no photo?
Close.
Why not?
Close one.
Oh, here.
Close one.
Okay.
Close one.
Back inside, Orban is clear about who he supports in the U.S. election.
Make America great again. Make Europe great again. Hajrá, Donald Trump!
At CPAC Hungary, the conservative movement claims victory. In an election year, U.S. Republicans attending are hoping to find the same success back home.
Have y'all heard the news what JD Vance is doing? He set up Acre Trader, which is a website where overseas entities, big conglomerates, can come in and buy these farms that are being foreclosed on right now. Because the small farmer in America is losing everything right now. Right from farmlandgrab.org. JD Vance funded Acre Trader. Snoops, JD Vance owns company that sells American real estate to foreign entities. This is fucking insane. You want to talk about corrupt? Like you think JD Vance didn't know this? As they cut funding to all these small farms in this country? They're foreclosing on their farms. American people are losing their fucking farms left and right now. And JD Vance knew this was coming. Now he's got Acre Trader set up. It's a website where foreign entities can come in and buy these fucking foreclosed farms up. Y'all awake now? While you're all praising Elon Musk as he lies right through his fucking teeth to you and admits it. Says, we're not going to bat 1,000 every time, now are we? You people are a fucking clown show. Where's all you Republicans at that were claiming that liberals were selling all of our land to China and shit? Where are you at, dog? Where you at? Same with you anti-vaxxers. Where are you at with Stargate? It's fucking crickets, dog. There is no debate on whether this is real or not. Donald Trump is on stage telling you. First thing he did when he got in office, signed through Stargate. He's going to turn the future of healthcare into fucking vaccines. All of it, dog. Everything's going to be vaccines. Everything. And it's going to be the COVID vaccine, bro. And the exact same technology that made the COVID vaccine he is going to turn everything into that. Where are you at? Where are you at? Huh? Where are all you bitch ass motherfuckers that were so fucking worried about liberals selling all our land off to China? Where you at, dog? Oh, good. You don't need to tell me. I know where you're at. You're sitting on your fucking back because you're a bunch of spineless cowards.
So let me ask you a question. If you had a proxy president who you couldn't officially give Secret Service protection to, what would be a workaround for that? I know. It would be for that person's private security to become deputized by the United States Marshals Service, allowing them to start sucking off of taxpayers. So y'all paying attention yet? Because this isn't normal. And again, I ask the question, what if Democrats deputized private security for George Soros or Matt Gates, Bill Gates? Like, come on, they'd be losing their minds. Look, this is a crisis moment. America is at a crossroads. And if we don't make the right choices and stand up soon, we literally aren't going to have a country left. Like, they're sending letters like this out to members of Congress. But something I want everybody to realize, if you go ask Elon Musk's own AI system who spreads the most misinformation on the platform, it's going to tell you that it's Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Alex Jones, and Russia TV. Yeah. But hey, that's one way to get taxpayer-funded security for a position that doesn't exist and hasn't been approved by Congress in any way, shape, or form, making Elon Musk nothing more than a contractor. Still think I was overreacting?
Truth of the matter is, in a little over a month, they have cut some of the most precious things that Americans know and value, from our air safety to our protection from global infectious diseases. They're cutting the most valuable staffs, and even have letters going out from Republicans, not public, saying, do not do this. This is wrong. This is a massive grift and grab of the resources of Americans in order to go to special deals, benefits, and wealth creation for people like the very conflicted Elon Musk. This is the president, before he even got in office, is publishing new meme coins so he can make tens of millions of dollars of grift. I just find this a moment of truth where we as Americans have to begin to tell folks who are not listening, who don't understand what's happening before it's too late, before they get a massive budget bill passed. And because their margins are so thin, especially in the House, we have the power. We stopped him when he tried to take away health care. We have to stop them on this bill, because the reality is we are still a democracy. And in a democracy, the power of the people is greater than the people in power if we use our power. And the most common way people surrender their power is not realizing they have it in the first place. Folks need to now, right now, use their voice to condemn what is going on.
It's time for the Trucker John Livestream. Gonna be a good time, oh yeah. The Trucker John Livestream. Come along for a good time. It's a good time, good time, good time, good time. Trucker John Livestream. It's gonna be a good time. Be the time of your life. Gonna talk some shit, hush your mouth. Gonna talk a little smack. Gonna talk whatever comes of it. You're gonna always wanna come back. Well, yeah, it's the Trucker John Livestream. He's the biggest, baddest, funniest mother you've ever seen. Watch your mouth, he's headed south. Not even sure what that means, but if it's one thing I know, the Trucker John Livestream is the best thing you've ever seen.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Trucker John.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test. Let me know if you can hear me.
Give me some big old thumbs ups there, and let me know if you can hear me okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test your booty. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear me. All good? Okay. I guess an all good is as good as a thumbs up. Roxanne in there with the thumbs ups. Thank you, Roxanne. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is now 11:17 a.m. Pacific time zone in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. We're sitting right now at, anyone care to take a guess at our temperature? I'm going to tell you, we're at 62 degrees right now. Partly cloudy and, or cloudy it says. I think we're supposed to get a high of 69. 69, baby. Oh, yeah. You guys like my new shirt? Should I button it up? Should I not be so risque? You know, I got me a new shirt for my new taxi driving job. They require you wear a collared shirt. Not only when you're in the cab driving, but at these training courses. I guess they want to see, that you can dress appropriately. They actually have a rule. I think it's from the Taxi Cab Authority that you have to wear a collared shirt. You have to wear pants, I guess no shorts, and they can't be ripped or torn. And you have to wear closed-toed shoes. No open-toed. So I really did not have any collared shirts other than some dress shirts that I don't want to wear dress shirts. So yesterday I was charging my car, and the charger is sandwiched between a Sam's Club on one side and Walmart on the other side. I went to Walmart, and I know we're not supposed to shop at Walmart. I know. But what, I had Sam's Club and Walmart. So I'm like, while I'm killing some time, I'm gonna go to Walmart. I went, used the restroom. I got something to eat. They had the really good sort of Philly cheesesteak place in there. And then I thought, hey, maybe I'll see what they got for shirts. So I picked me up some of these shirts. That are like this. They're just like a pullover, and then it has a couple buttons. It doesn't go all the way down with the buttons. Just a couple buttons. And it has a collar. So this is what I'm going to be wearing for my this new job. Anyhow, let me say hi to everybody. I got Fancy was here. Fancy was first. And we had Paul Burrows in there. Was rescuing puppies. MJ Daniels here. Hello, MJ. Tom Bias is here. Hey, Tom. Hope the truck's running okay. Anthony Reminiak is here. Hello to Anthony. Gino Maynard. Hello, Gino. Good to see you. Yakety Smack. Don't you dare talk back is here. Good to see Yakety Smack. We got Tom Bias. Yeah, I already said Tom. Andrew Petrie's here. Hey, Andrew. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Nikki Oliver's here. Hey, Nikki. Good to see Nikki in the driver's lounge. Aaron West. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you. Glad you're here. We have one half of the mod squad here. Blue Bonnie Agliata is here. Bonnie added the Blue Bonnie since the last time I remember seeing him. Brooklyn's here. Brooklyn 471. Hey, good to see you, Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house. Carell DeBreers is here. Hello, Carell. I haven't seen Carell in a while. Thanks for dropping on in. Happy Saturday to you. Let's see who else we got here. Who else we got? Josh. Hey, Josh. Josh is here. Good to see Josh. Carolina says, no way should foreigners be allowed to buy farms, major real estate. Well, what they're doing is awful. It's starving out and bankrupting these farmers, and then coming in and swooping and getting their land at pennies on the dollar. It's horrible. Teresa TAK is here. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Thanks for being here in the old driver's lounge and hanging out with us. Driver Lounge. The Soulcraft. Soulcraft is here. Thanks for being here. MJ Daniel says, so Musk should return any U.S. properties he owns. Good Ides of March or something. Tom Bias says, damn, what the hell going to sell the foreclosed farms to Hungary, Russia? To whomever, I guess. JD Vance. That's your JD Vance. Right there. Right there. He's got that dear acre thingy. That's what he's got there. James Williams is here. Hey, James, good morning to you. Good to see old James here in the old driver's lounge. Driver lounge. Let's see here. Michael McAndrews is here. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Good morning to you. I hope you're not too cold up there. Michael says, is Dumpy Stump in prison yet? I know. It's just, we've been waiting, haven't we? I think we're just going to have to keep waiting. Kimchi's here. Hey, beautiful, stable geniuses. Hey, beautiful, stable Kimchi. Good to see you. Thanks for being here and checking it out, hanging out with us. Good to see you. Tim Farrell. Hey, gang. Hey, Tim. I think we lost one of our Tims. I think Tim's our only remaining Tim. We used to have a couple Tims. Now just Tim Farrell. But you know what? Screw all those other Tims. Tim Farrell's the best one. Nick Rich is here. Good old Nick Rich. Hello, Nick. Good to see you. Good day, sir. Good day. A good day. MJ Daniel says, those idiots do not even know most of what they're cutting and having to go back and fix their stupidity. Doge is costing much more than it is saving. As Hal Sparks would say, it's a heist. It's a heist. Perscapacious M is in the driver's lounge. Hello, Perscapacious M. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on in. Coming on in to the driver's lounge. It really would be better if I said, coming on in, welcome on in to the chat room. You know, I don't know. Human F. Beans here says, I don't think there's any denying that our president works for Russia. President Musk, our biggest enemy, is the one who is supposed to defend us from them. The enemy from within. Right? 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 He's right there, man. He's right there. Tanya Johnson's here. Good videos. Hey, Tanya, thanks for being here. Hush your mouth, says Kimchi, in reference to my opening theme song, I believe. I do believe. I do believe. I do believe. Paul Bro says, I'm mad too, Eddie, and I ain't going to take it anymore. And I ain't going to take it no more. James Williams here says hello to everybody, or to Kimchi, I guess, specifically. Anthony Reminiak, I really like this song. Makes me feel like I'm on the chain gang. That's not the effect I was going for. I never thought that sounded like a chain gang song, actually. But I thought it's just more of a kind of a, you know, kind of a cool, kind of R&B kind of thing to it, you know. To each his own. Ruben Michaels is here. Hey, Ruben, good to see you. Thanks for joining us here in the old driver's lounge. Joy Eldred's here. Hey, Joy, good to see you. Good to see all you guys, man. We got 49 watching, 44 thumbs ups. Make sure you hit that thumb up for me. That would be so kind of you to do so. To do so. Brooklyn says you're very transparent. Am I a bit transparent today? Yeah, it is a little bit transparent, huh? I guess I could try to fix it. Let's see what happens. You know? I don't know. Let's see. We've got this one here. What's this one do? Oh. Is that any better? I think that's a little better. It kind of makes the background fade a little bit, huh? I think that's better though. So thanks for pointing that out, Brooklyn, because I didn't really notice it, but I think I'm a little less transparent now. No transparency here on the Drone Show. No. At least not in that sense. Kimchi, Perspo, whatevs. Carolina says, saw your video where poor fellow coded at the taxi place. Oh, yeah. Yeah, did you guys watch my video? Y'all need to be watching my videos, man. You know what I mean? Let me try to get I'm trying to get a little more comfortable. Let's see here. There. Yeah, check out that. Out of the blue, you know, after you saw the video, I was getting all my stuff done for my taxi driving job, and there's lots of running around you got to do. You got to go first. You got to go this one place, and you got to go another place, and you go back to another place, and then this other place over here, and you're driving all up and down around town, all across the valley, back and forth. I don't know why I'm doing this kind of weird accent. I don't know. I just don't know why. But anyhow, I'm stuck with it now because that's just how I roll. Anyhow, so I was doing the taxi. I was at the Taxi Cab Authority, which is it's very official entity. It's part of the I guess county government or whatever. I don't know, but there's a lot of security there, actually, armed security, all this kind of stuff. But yeah, so you go there and to get your permit to drive, you have to have a permit. So I was there to get my. It's kind of like a learner's permit, like a temporary learner's permit that I can get until all the background checks come in, all that kind of stuff. So as I was there to finish up that process, all of a sudden somebody croaked in the bathroom, apparently. And then so that was what's on the video. I mean, it doesn't show anything. It's just me. I was sitting in this kind of waiting area, and I could just hear everything off to the side. And it's pretty sad. And I don't know if the guy survived or not. But you can hear in there they're saying he's not breathing. There's no pulse. But so I don't know. I don't know how it ended up. You have to watch the video to see, maybe, to see how it ended up. All right. So there's that. How's that for a tease to get you guys to watch my videos? Anthony Ruminiak says it's finally above freezing in Northern Illinois. Woohoo! Party time! It's 1 degree above freezing. Yay! Nick Rich says, who feels generous today? I got to refill my account. Okay. Persecutions no Crocs. Well, Crocs are kind of, they're not open-toed. So, maybe you can wear Crocs. They're more open-heeled, I guess, so, aren't they? Well, no. It's been so long. I used to wear Crocs, but it's been probably 15 or 20 years since I had a pair. But Persecution, no Costco, no Winco. Well, not where that Charger's at. There's only actually about maybe 2 Costcos in this whole entire valley that I can think of. I think there's only 2, which kind of sucks. But there's probably at least a half a dozen Sam's Clubs, maybe more. Of course, there's Walmarts on every corner. What was the other one you said? Where is that? Oh yeah, Winco. I don't even know if they have a Winco. I know back home in California we got Winco. I think there is probably a Winco somewhere there, but there's so few and far between, So anyhow, I needed to do something while I was charging, so I went into Walmart. That's all was there. Okay, or Sam's Club. And look, I got these shirts. Okay, this one here cost me $18. Good old. This was made. I think it's made in Cambodia or something. I don't know. It's Reebok though. It's Reebok. And then, but I got 2 other ones. Another Reebok, and then another one, some other brand. At the clearance rack, one was $4 and one was $5. And the lady working there, she told me she goes, come back every week because we always put stuff out on clearance. Because I was telling her how I'm looking for collared shirts to wear for my new taxi driving job. Yeah, I went over the ladies when I start telling them, yeah, I got a new taxi driving job. It's a real icebreaker. So anyhow, because I was looking at getting 3 of these at $18 a piece, that would have been like what, $54 or $56 before tax. So when I found the other 2, now granted, they weren't the colors I liked, hence why they were on the clearance rack. They didn't look as nice as this one. Like, and this one here, they had the ones I picked out. I got, this is like a gray, and then I picked out a really cool. It was a black, but it had these really cool kind of designs on it. And these were all the Reebok. The Reeboks ones are nice. The Reeboks are nice. And then I had the other one I picked out. I had a white one, and then because I picked out 4, there was a white one, gray, black, and I think it was the other one was like a blue one. And I was only going to buy 3, even though I took 4 to the dressing room, and I think I decided not to get the white, even though the white looked nice. So I went with the gray, the blue, and the black. But then that's when the lady told me, she said, hey, why don't you check out the clearance rack over there? So I went over there. I found a Reebok just like this, but it's red. But it was only like $5. So I was like, hey, look, what do I care if it's I'm just using this to make this meet this requirement, this dress code requirement. So what the fuck do I care if it's kind of an ugly red? So I got that. And then I found a blue one that wasn't Reebok. I forget what brand it was, but it's pretty much the same. And that was $4. So then I put 2 of those other shirts back because I thought, you know what? I'm on a budget. Let me get the clearance ones for $4 and $5. And then I got this one for 18. And I'll just do like the lady said, even though you guys hate me going to Walmart, but God dang it, sometimes, I'm on a budget. If I can find a $4 shirt that I need for work, and it's nice, I'm not going to just buy any old thing. It's nice. The only thing that's probably the reason it's on the clearance rack is it's probably it's a stupid color. So anyhow, that's it. Okay, I know we're not supposed to shop at Walmart. We're not supposed to shop at Target. We're not supposed to blah 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 blah. So sue me. Kimchi with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Kimchi. Yippee! That's how far behind. I think this was a while ago, but thank you anyhow so much for supporting the show in all the ways and by everything you guys do. You like, subscribe, share, and then the super stickers, the memberships. It all helps the show. So thank you. Yippee! Another yippee to Kimchi. Nick Rich, our official timekeeper of the Trucker John live stream, has it at 20 past the hour, so I am 14 minutes behind. Just so you know. 14 minutes behind. Daphne Farmer's here. Hey, Daphne Farmer, good to see you. Happy Saturday to you, too. Mary's Spirit is here. Hey, Mary, good to see you. Says, if you need shirts, I will send you some, not from boycotted stores. Oh, that's very sweet of you, Mary. I appreciate that. I know. God, I know I'm going to catch hell. I should have just said I went to fucking, Goodwill or something. I don't know. Which is probably a good place to go. And another good place that has cheap shirts and usually, I think, pretty good quality ones is like Ross Dress for Less and Marshall's, right? You can go in. They have pretty good clearance racks. I should check them out, too. But like I said, I was charging. I had some time to kill. On the left of me, I got Sam's Club. On the right of me, I got Walmart. What's a boy to do? Paul Sharky Mannion is here. Hey, Paul Sharky Mannion, good to see you. From the old across the pond there. Always good to see the Sharky. David McPeak, welcome to Driver. Hey, David McPeak, thank you so much for becoming a member. Memberships are another great way to support the show, so thank you so much. I appreciate you. David, you're going to get a yippee. There you go. So put a little action on that one. You know what I mean? You should wear a tux just to be a smart ass. Yeah, that would be funny. It's like, okay, you want collars, motherfuckers? I'll show you some collars. Joy Eldrick, $9.99 super chat. Yay! Yippee! Thank you, Joy. Thank you so much. Trucker John is the man. Wait, no, you the man. Well, you're not the man. You the person. You're the person. We have to keep it, gender not specific. Joy Eldred, yippee! Thank you so much. Appreciate your support of the show as always. Thank you so much. Josh says, a couple months ago, I got some socks at Walmart and they had them under lock and key. It was very odd. Apparently, Socks amongst the things that are being stolen, I guess, at a high rate. This world, I tell you, I tell you. I was at a store, and I'm not going to say the name of it because I'll catch shit for that too. But almost everything's under lock and key now. Like I think I went to go buy some cough drops, and almost everything in the pharmacy area and like the all the hygiene stuff, the shampoos and the soaps, the body washes, all that shit is under lock and key now. They're behind a glass case with a lock, and I'm like, oh my god, why don't you just lock the whole fucking store up there or whatever? It's ridiculous. Hey, William, good to see William. Thanks for being here. I think if I didn't say hi earlier, thank you. And good morning, good afternoon. We're almost still morning here in the Pacific time zone. David McPeak says, hey, y'all, have you noticed how out of sync the voices are on YouTube since they started offering YouTube TV? Sometimes that happens. I haven't noticed it on my deal yet, but sometimes it does happen. And then sometimes I guess they readjust it or something. I don't know. Daphne Farmer is texting him, ripping him, cussing on air again. Oh, yeah, Boston Brian. Poor Brian. It just wouldn't be a Boston Brian appearance if he didn't let an expletive sneak out. Nick Rich, can John make the background a moving video? I don't know. Let's ask him. John? No. I can, but I think it takes up a lot of bandwidth or something. I don't know. I think I can. I think I have done it before. I'm going to try. Should we try it? Give me a thumbs up if you want me to try it. It's just when I mess around with this stuff, then sometimes it gets knocked off the air, or the audio goes out, or something. Perspicacious M, I need to lift to the MGM Grand. Just kidding. Are you in town, Perspicacious M? Are you in Vegas? Andrew Pitchy, Trucker John, can you please play cat videos behind you? I'll write a list, and I'll have to do that on the next show. I really don't want to mess with the background now and then risk just either losing the audio or something, Brooklyn, we can see right through you, literally. Still, I thought I fixed it. I think, well, at least on what I'm seeing, I think I fixed it. But I am 15 minutes behind in the chat, so maybe when you wrote that, I hadn't fixed it yet. MJ Daniel says, smash and grab robbery combined with a Nigerian prince scam inside of a timeshare con. Yeah, that's pretty apt description. AM says, yes, Doge is a heist filled with unauthorized bureaucrats rummaging through our private information. David McPeak says, I am just waiting for someone to start pounding on a table with a shoe. Yeah. Josh says, I might end up taking a nap. The whole being awake thing isn't really hitting me today. You don't want to be woke today? Michael McGowan, some of John's shirt is partially green. Well, I think I fixed it since you guys wrote that. At least what I'm seeing, I think it looks okay, but I don't know. Izolda's in, member for 6 months. Thank you, Izolda's in. Izolda, you get a yippee. Midterms 2026, absolutely, Izolda. Let's hang on for dear life. Hang on for dear life. Hopefully there'll be an election in 2026. And if there is, you need to vote like you've never voted before. And we need to get everyone drag everyone down to the polls or whatever. Make sure everyone votes. Perspicacious says, I think you might have a near transparent video overlay. Well, I think I fixed it, so hopefully I'm just behind in the chat. Oh, Fancy says that's much better. Oh, Carol says much better. Okay, better. Everyone's saying better. I'm just not catching up to that. That's how far behind I am. MJ Daniel says George is mostly made up of 20-year-old 4chan incel Hitler youth. Joy says you're no longer opaque. Let's see. Perspicacious Im says, I take it the doctor was finally in for the DOT med card. Oh, yeah. That night, remember that day I said that I called and they were closed, and I tried to call. I left a voice. I left a voicemail. That's what it was. But I think, did I email him too? I don't know. Whatever it was. But then the doctor, he actually emailed me back that night, kind of late at night. I think I was driving, doing Lyft, and I just happened to see the message. For some reason, I was off the app for a minute. I was parked. I did something, so I saw his message, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I came home. Whatever it was, I saw his email, and it just said, "Hey, I have an opening tomorrow at 10 a.m. Let me know if that's good for you, and we'll schedule in for then." And so I just immediately I wrote it back. Oh yeah, that's good. That's great. And then he emailed me back and said, "Okay, we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m." So that's what I did. I was able to get in. Was that yesterday, right? I guess it was just yesterday, Friday. I was able to get in, and I'm glad I did, because otherwise, let's say if I wasn't able to do it on Friday, I would have had to wait till Monday, and I guess I probably still could have got in on the Tuesday class. I don't know if there's any chance of it getting too filled up or not. I don't know. But it's just better to get everything in as early as possible, because I want to get these classes over with. Because then, as soon as I do that, I can get out on the road and start making some money as a taxi driver. That's right, ladies. I don't know. It's just funny. It's like a funny little bit, Like I think that that's some sort of, gonna woo the ladies with my taxi driving job. It's just funny to me. That's my humor. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't share my humor. Steven Sayers, did you see help with this person? Did they die? Well, you'll have to watch the video, Steve. I'm not answering any more questions about this video. You got to watch it. Damn it, I'm going to get views on that thing one way or the other, even if I have to coerce you. I'm not saying anything more about that video. You want to know if the person died? You want to know if I jumped in and started doing CPR? I didn't. But if you want to know all these things, then you need to watch the video. And just go to my channel. It's one of the latest videos up there, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. Gino Maynard, member for 9 whole months. Trump third term, then Obama can run against him. Yippee to Gino Maynard. I'm sorry, to Gino Maynard. Yippee for being a member for 9 whole months. You could have given birth to a baby by now. That's how long you've been a member. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, Gino. Yeah, let him bring that. Let him bring back more than 2 terms. Let's bring that back. Yeah, I'll vote for Bill Clinton again if I don't give a fuck. I mean, at this point, I'll vote for Obama again. Bring Biden, wheel him back out. Well, he only did 1 term, but you know what I mean. Who else can we wheel out? Dig up Jimmy Carter. Well, he only did 1 term too. Damn, all these 1-term Democrats. What the fuck is going on here? David Willer said, John, I checked out the YouTube Uber driver. Good idea, except he's boring. He stranded a 10-year-old in 105 degree because of underage. I have no idea who you're talking about. I think there's more than one YouTube Uber driver. But if he stranded a 10-year-old in 105 degree heat, that was pretty fucked up. I don't know the exact circumstances, but I don't know. Seems like maybe at least throw a bottle of water at him or something. I don't know. Like, here, kid, take this. I don't know. Nick, strip away the tease. MJ Daniel, 1979 horror movie when a stranger calls, calls are coming from within the house. Yep. Steve Sears, yeah, didn't watch the ending. Oh, Steve, that's right. You don't know the magic word either. You didn't get the secret word, the ending word. See, that's how I know who my true fans are. My true blue fans are the ones who watch all the way to the end and they get a secret word. And you didn't get it, did you, Steve? You need to work on that. The Soulcraft, do Lyft and Uber test for THC. I didn't do any drug tests, I don't think. All they do is background checks. I'm trying to think. I don't think they sent me to a drug test place. I know Lyft didn't. And Uber, I mean, that's going 2 years back. I'm trying to remember. No, everything was just done online. They just do a background check, like a criminal background check. They do your DMV motor vehicle record check. So they check your driving record. They check your criminal background history thingy. But they don't send you to any labs for any drug tests. But Taxi Cab Authority does. Let's see here. I'm skipping on down a little bit. MJ Daniel, I think proudly says has never owned Crocs. I think I detect a sense of pride in that post there. Nick Rich, official timekeeper of the Trucker John live stream, says it's 11:30 a.m. So now I'm 19 minutes behind. I'm getting more and more behind. Kimchi says no open toed, but holy toed. Oh yeah, still get your toes cut off near any machinery. Yeah, the Crocs are. They do have like the whole. I don't think they. I don't know. I think they would find some reason to tell you not to wear the Crocs. But I don't know. I don't wear Crocs. I mean, I wear tennis shoes. I wear some very nice tennis shoes. So, and they're not open-toed. All right, skipping down in the chat because I'm 19 minutes behind. Carolina says, TJ, will they frown on logos? No, I don't think so. That's a good question. And when I was buying it, I think I kind of was wondering about that. But I don't think so. I mean, it's, if Reebok was a taxi company, then maybe. But I guess I'll find out because I'm going to be wearing these shirts to the training. These new shirts I bought. And we'll see if they say anything. But I think I don't know. Hopefully not, because I spent $18 on it. MJ Daniel, about 4 miles from a Winco. We go all the time. Great prices. Joy Eldred says, very nice looking shirt. Trucker John, what a great deal. I love bargains. Yeah, well, this one was the $18 one, which still I think is, cheap. Or, it's not like a $100 shirt or a $50 shirt, right? And then I found the other two for $4 and $5, but they don't look as nice as this one. This is the nicest one. And the other $18 ones that I got were all really nice. I gotta say, the clearance ones, there's a reason why they're on clearance. And the red one is exactly like this, same exact, everything. It's red. So I think it's okay, but I wouldn't buy that at regular price. Let's just put it that way. But for $5, yeah, what the hell? AM says, you're the man, TJ. Thank you. You're the person, AM. Fancy says, one mouth is pointy and one mouth is round. One's mouth is pointy and one's mouth is round. I'm mid-thread. I don't know if we're talking about cats or what. Hey, Tawana 106, smooth sounds of Tawana 106 right here coming at you. Tawana 106 says, still, I wish you a happy life. As do I, you. Where's it made? I don't know. I forget. I did look at them. Like I remember seeing I was looking at a lot of shirts actually before I picked the 3 that I got. Some were made in Vietnam. Some were made in Cambodia, which is right next to Vietnam. But hey, I know. Buy USA. Buy look for the union label. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Where do I find a union-made shirt? Made in America, USA made shirt that's not going to cost me $75 or something. I mean, I don't know. Is Dickies? Where is Dickies made? Do they have collared shirts? They probably do. Because I like Dickies. I buy Dickies. I don't know, but I don't know if they're made in USA or not. Is Carhartt USA? Give me some USA companies, and I'll check them out. And if they're not exorbitantly priced, I'll buy them. Even if I have to pay a little bit more than the clearance rack. But by exorbitant, I'm talking about as long as it's not $50 or $60 for a shirt. I guess I'll go up to 20 or 25 bucks if I have to, or maybe 30 at the most. Okay? That might be my limit. But if you can point me to a good, I guess, well, first of all, finding one that's made in America is hard. And then on top of that, you want union on top of that? Good luck. If you can find it, let me know, and I'll check it out. MJ Daniel says $7.60 for 18 eggs here at Winco. A bit higher, but better than many places. Yeah, that's pretty good. For an 18-pack, $7.60, that's a damn good price right now, yeah. Snatch them up, buy 2. Golf Marine says a crocodile will see you after a while, whereas an alligator will see you in a little later. That's the difference. Oh, that was about the crop. Oh, that was the thread about the pointy nose and the thing. Yeah. Okay. Andrew Petrie says, I'm trying to get John to take his shirt off. You like, oh. Yeah. I don't know. That would probably be pretty frightening at this point in my life. That would probably be pretty frightening. It might do more harm than good. Persecution him is your choice. It's fine. Okay. The Soulcraft says Marshall Space Flight Center donates tons of cool shirts to our local thrift. Yeah, and that's a good source. Check it out like Goodwills and thrift stores and stuff like that. Absolutely, I think I will do that. I mean, like I said, I was killing time charging the car, and then Carolina says, Trucker John, check out Kohl's. Seeing great prices there. Okay, yeah, I like Kohl's. It's been a while, but I bought some nice shirts there in the past. Some nice button-down shirts in the past that I really like. They're not in my closet. I'm thinking they must be in my storage facility in Lancaster. I need to get the goddamn Lancaster. Joy Eldridge says a red shirt will really pop on live stream. Yeah, I was. Maybe I'll wear that on the next live stream. Oh, speaking of live streams, a little programming note. Since I will be in training Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and these are 9-hour classes, they start at an ungodly hour of 6:15 in the morning. I don't know who the fuck decided that shit. I mean, some fucking masochist, I think. Anyhow, 6:15 in the morning. It's a 9-hour class. That includes an hour lunch they give you. That's cool. So I'm not. So I won't be doing live streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays next week because I'll be in class, and I'm planning on trying to get some driving in also with Lyft on after class. So I'll probably be busy all week, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all day. So I won't have time to do a live stream on Tuesday or Thursday. But I'm thinking I'll probably maybe I'll do one on Monday and Friday. Probably around 1 p.m. my time. And that way it'll lead into Hal's show on those 3 o'clock shows. So just a little, you might want to make a note of it for next week. No Tuesdays and Thursday live stream, but sometime on Monday and Friday, probably 1 o'clock my time. If you're interested. Kimchi says you got to do what you got to do, John. Shopping deserts are real and really deliberate. Wes Webb's here. Hey, Wes, good to see you. Thanks for coming on into the old driver's lounge. Wes says, hey, gang, I'm here. Don't I get a yippee? Well, you got to either do a super sticker or you've got to have your truckiversary. All right, Wes. Yippee to Wes. Yippee. All right, there you are. You happy now? Skip it on down. Look at there. I see Brooklyn with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, Brooklyn. Yippee. You get a little yippee. Yippee. But I did it twice. Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you so much, Brooklyn. I appreciate you. Every little bit helps support the show. So greatly appreciated. Let's see. I'm just skipping on down because I'm a million minutes behind. Carolina says, I'm waiting to see if I actually get my Social Security next Wednesday before I do any extra money to everything. Isn't this something? Yeah, that's a concern. I mean, who knows how much they're fucking that up, AM says, sounds like you were at Rite Aid or Dwayne Reed. No. Oh, for that one store I was talking about? But yeah, I wasn't at those. It was a different one. Robert Perez says, hey, Robert, good to see you. Robert says, Trucker John, now that you got a job, can you shop at Macy's? Laughing out loud. I suppose. They probably have some good collared shirts. There you go. None of this Walmart crap for me. West Webb says, our Dollar General is closing stores with high crime so they don't have to deal with the shoplifters. Just close the whole damn store down, I guess. I guess that's one way to do it. All right, guys, I'm skipping down in the chat. If I skip over some chats, don't take offense. It's just, I can't read them all. I'll be 2 hours behind. It'll be a 2-hour show, and I'll still be 2 hours behind. You know what I mean? I do you know what I mean? I do you know what I mean? Golf Marine says, leave everything to me, powdered toast man. What's powdered toast? I've heard of powdered eggs. I don't believe I've heard of powdered toast. Or is it toast where you put like a powdered sugar on it or something? I don't know. Brooklyn, you fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. Yeah. But thanks to you for bringing it up, for pointing it out, because I really hadn't noticed until you brought it up. And then I looked more closely and I was like, yeah, I am kind of see-through, aren't I? So, thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you, Brooklyn. Let's see. Fancy says, every time I take a nap, something big happens. So, don't take a nap. No. Unless it's a good big thing. Because I guess big could be good or bad. If you know what I mean. Carolina, your video is perfect. Man, I'm really behind in the chat. I'm really behind. Hey, look at there. Another Brooklyn $1.49 super sticker. Brooklyn. Yippee! With a pretty little kitty cat there. Thank you, Brooklyn. I do appreciate you for that. Popping that in there. Nick Rich says, it looks like you still lurk places that you've been blocked, Mr. Webb. Oh, we're talking to Wes. I thought you were talking about me for a minute there. Haven't seen you in Hal's chat in quite a while. Nikki Oliver says, I wouldn't call Republicans conservative anymore. They are a fascist party now. They are nothing like they think they are. I think there's lots of Republicans that still think they're just the conservative party. But No, you are the fascist party. You're the Nazi party. Whether you know it or not. Carolina says here in Ohio, it's 32 degrees, huge icicles hanging off gutters, ice at every door. I got to start wearing ice cleats to prevent falls. Count is up to 3 now. Never before this bad. Ugh. Yeah, get those ice cleats. That's one thing we used to get. I used to get from the trucking companies when I would work there. Every year they would issue out ice cleats, which it seems like I didn't always wear them like I should have. Let's look at the taxi driver gigolo. Yeah, hey ladies, I'm a taxi driver. Nick Rich, official timekeeper of the Trucker John live stream, says it's 11:45. Damn, I'm still 18 minutes back. I'm still 18 minutes. I'm trying to get caught up. Carolina says, TJ, let him work for the info. My lips sealed. Alrighty. Kimchi, damn it, Jim, I'm a taxi driver, not a doctor. Yeah. Music says, I smoke weed all day, every day, and I drove Uber. Okay. Remind me not to get a ride from you. Music, rideshare doesn't drug test, as I said, as I stated. Mr. Spock is here. Hey, Mr. Spock, live long and prosper. My favorite one is, damn it, Jim, I'm not a doctor. Wait. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not an escalator. I don't remember that one, but it's funny. First patient again, maybe Nevada DOT is different. I'm not sure what that was in reference to. Probably shouldn't have read it because I'm way out of context there. I don't know. I don't know. Michael McAndrews, the secret word is whatever. I don't know. Brooklyn, I'll stick with taxi cabs then. Yeah. Ugh. Trying to get comfy in my seat. West Webb, school board drug tests bus drivers, as they should. I believe they should. Nikki Oliver, I've stuck with Converse since the 70s. Wes Webb used to wear Reebok shoes all the time. Apparently not anymore, though. Kimchi, I love Crocs, and I cannot lie, but I go inside, then swimming, then gardening, so they are quite used in not bringing gunk in the house. Yeah, they're easy to slip on and slip off and all that good stuff. The Soulcraft says, I'll be buried or cremated in a Tool concert shirt, maybe Alex Gray, basically one in the same. A big Tool fan, are you? Skipping on down to the chat here. I'm just skipping on down. First Capation Him says, U.S. makes the finest boots. Kimchi, free the nips. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Mr. Spock says, hair tests are harder to pass. Swiss Web, there's a shampoo to mask the results. For the drug test they sent me to, they did both urine and hair. I guess just to cover all their bases. Michael McAndrews says, don't test me. Joy Eldridge, I received my Social Security on time this month. Yeah, what about next month? The month after that. Hey, John Glad is here. Let's see, John Glad. Hi, near Chicago. Hi, John Glad. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping on into the old driver's lounge. We're just hanging out. Do a little Hal Sparks post-show hangout. So there you go. Nick Rich, official timekeeper of the Trucker John live stream, says it's 12 noon. I'm now 6 minutes behind, but I've been skipping a lot. I've been skipping to Malou, my darling. Marsha says, hello, Trucker John and the Driver's Lounge. Had to charge this old phone. Hey, Marsha, good to see you. Thanks for being in here. Thanks for jumping on into the Driver's Lounge. Tom Bias says, Powdered Toast Man was an offshoot cartoon on the Ren and Stimpy show on the Cartoon Network. Oh, okay. I didn't, I know who Ren and Stimpy are. I watched a few of them. I thought it was funny, but apparently I missed the powdered toast part of it. Excuse me. While I sneeze. I know in the chat there's going to be a bunch of gesundheits, or bless yous, or whatever. And so I'll just say thank you, because it might take me 15 minutes to get to it. So I'll say thank you now. I am skipping down in the chat. Nick Rich, I am what I am. That's all I am. Wes. I'm mid-thread. I guess Wes and Nick are having some sort of convo. Carolina says, Joy Eldridge, sure hope not, but I need some online news discussing that muskrat and his band of children on the corn, and the rest of us all hate federal civil servants. What? And the rest of us hate federal servants? We do? I don't know. Mr. Spock, I like the laughing gas bottle application. Now I think I've skipped too much because I'm at the end now. Andrew Petrie, at least he's not using TP. I know you guys hate that when I would blow my nose with toilet paper. I don't know why. I don't know when it matters. But anyhow, Amber D. Hey, Amber D's here. Amber D says powdered toast is packed with vitamin F. Okay, Amber D, thanks for that. And welcome to the old Driver's Lounge. Nikki Oliver says, didn't think I'd be fighting fascism in my 60s. It's constant gardening, folks, to maintain our freedoms, maintain our democratic republic, our constitution. It requires constant gardening. And right now, I think we're past the gardening stage. It might be a full-on gardening rehab, replant or something. I don't know. But yeah, we can't ever rest on our laurels. We can't take things for granted. All that stuff. Which I think a lot of people did in this election, as a lot of people sat it out. And now, look what's happening. Okay, so, I don't know, Wes is talking about complex carbohydrates and all that kind of stuff. Mr. Spock, I used nitrous oxide to extract a molar once. Wow. Nick Rich, blue flames were fun in high school, Wes. Gulf Marine, you can 70% gas for anesthetic purpose, maximum atmospheric concentration. Boy, we're getting really sciencey with all our chemical talk. Yakity's back. Evil is like fashion. Eventually it comes back. Yeah, it comes back because people forget how bad it was under these other factions. They get lazy. They don't pay attention. And then it takes something really, really bad to wake up the masses again. And I think that's what we're seeing now. You talk about woke. I think we're seeing some people finally waking up to it. I think there is going to be a backlash against Trump and Musk. I think there will be a big, huge backlash. Music says, I think his control is the only thing holding back the psychotic fascist takeover, as crazy as that sounds. Kimchi says, I get it, TJ. I use TP because it is cheaper and that is what my parents use. Don't need fancy sissy tissues with lotion and whatnot. Pansies. Granny used Cobb and was fine with the scratch. Cobb. Anyhow, First Space Graham says nitrous oxide is heavier than air and will rest in the lungs. Okay. You say so. Andrew Petrie says, love is like oxygen. Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough and you're gonna die. Susan Collins. Oh, representative. I was shocked. If Medicaid is slashed, who will pay for RFK's mandate for ivermectin? Right. Didn't think that one through, did they? Carolina Music, yes, Trump sits there. Elon and their evil minions are destroying everything. Tom Bias has a golf course. We punch a lot of little holes in the greens twice a year, aerating, fill them with sand, fertilizer, and seed. Michael McAndrews' energy is measured by speed of light times mass squared or something like that. Corn cobs. You blow your nose with a corn cob? Hey. People need to read history books from World War II. Yeah. Amber D says, I was cleaning out my kitchen drawers last night and found some Flavor Aid packets, so I got that going for me. Yeah, there you go. You can live off those for a while, I guess. Fancy says, damn, Kimchi, I want some fancy tissue. Brooklyn, love is a battlefield, Benatar! I can't say Benatar when they're going, Benatar! Anyhow, what might be about to happen will not hurt most of us. The poor, both urban and rural, will suffer the most. They should fucking vote, Wes, and stop voting for Republicans. I know you love Republicans, but we see what the Republican Party has become. Party of fascists and Nazism is what they are. Of authoritarian dictatorships. That's why they love Orban and all these motherfuckers. They hold these big fucking conferences over there in these shitholes. These fucking fascist shitholes. Chris Doug says, Kimchi, my grandma, grew up on the farm. She said they had an outhouse with a bucket of corn cobs, no TP, until the 1940s. They used corn cobs to wipe their asses? Wow. First question to him, I would be surprised if Mango went that far. How many million seniors are already on the edge with worry over payments they paid for? Well, Social Security is a whole different animal because it's self-funded. So I'm not so worried about Social Security other than them closing down the government totally, and then that would stop the payments. But in order to get rid of Social Security, that takes a whole separate thing. That's like a whole thing where you have to shut it down. And I don't. I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not as easy as some of these other things that are on the budget. The Social Security is on its own separate budget. It's all self-funded, as far as I know, anyhow. But like I said, you never know what these fuckers are going to do. Gulf Marine, the worm is turning. Joy Eldred Korkos sounds a little rough. Yeah, it does. I don't know how we got on this topic. Oh, I guess we're talking about tissues and stuff. Susan Collins, I was shocked. I managed to talk Elaine Chao to get Mitch to retire. I'm eyeing his seat in Kentucky. Oh, you're going to move down to Kentucky, are you? I'm not going to read any more of these chats about how you wiped your butt. Okay? You guys can say them if you want, but I'm not going to repeat them because we don't need to go there. Okay, I'm skipping that one. Carolina says, Fancy, I so agree. Those town halls with Republicans is something to behold. 100 people yelling at the rep propagandist. Boo, that's a lie. Wish they'd figured out last November. Well, I guess they didn't. It would have been nice, but now people are finding out. I hope it does carry into 2026 and 2028. I hope it will bring more and more people out to see how vile and awful this Republican Party is, and stop voting for those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Nick Rich, no diaper Dawn talk. Carolina, yes, change topic to current catastrophes. Amber D says 7 out of 9 residents in West Virginia nursing homes rely on Medicaid. I don't know what people will do. See, they can fuck with Medicaid. That's different than Social Security. Kim says historical facts, TJ. The more you know. The more you know. Okay, well, all right. I guess I got to know about the corn cobs. Joy Eldred, they're in the FO stage, right? Susan Collins, I was shocked. Says Walmart thinks it's a membership club demanding receipts. I've had it. Yeah, they checked my receipt on the way out, but it was a little old lady, and she was very nice. And she asked me if I liked my sandwich, and I was like, "Oh, you saw me eating my," because before I went shopping, like I said, I went to their little restaurant they have there, and got a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and I go, "Oh, you saw me," because I felt kind of, I don't know, I was kind of taken aback because she was where she was doing her thing was on the other side of the store, and the restaurant was on the other side of the store. But there was another exit over there. She goes, "Yeah." I go, "You saw me over there?" She goes, "Yeah. Well, I was working on that door. Now I'm over here." So anyhow, she saw me eating, and she's asked if I liked my sandwich, and I said, "Yeah, it was very good." She's a very nice lady. Checked off my little receipt. Let me go on my way. Crustig, what's after FO? Cry? How about vote? Vote for Democrats. Non-useful's here. Nice threads, John. Thank you, non-useful. Like I said, this is the whole thing. You're gonna have to go back to the beginning. The whole thing about the shirts. Golf Marine says we're all going to have to do something to ensure we still have elections. Dirty Don is working on how to make sure we don't. Yeah, that's the fear. That is the fear. So let's be, instead of fearful, let's be vigilant, and let's make sure that I don't know, that doesn't happen. Don't let them do anything, behind our backs, I guess. Fancy says, I was going to move to Canada and sleep on Rich's sofa, but there's just too many clocks, cuckoos, and alarm clocks. He wears that big necklace. It's so noisy. Oh, yeah. Oh, the ticking, the talking, yes. Perspicacious Jim says, Canadians thinking now who's going to apologize. Susan Collins, I was shocked, says, then try to say to me, oh, save your receipt for that item in case you need to return it. Then grab it from me to look. Well, the way I guess the way I look at it, it's either let the little old ladies at the door check your receipt, or go to a system like where everything's under lock and key. So I don't know. What would you rather have? I think I would rather put up with the little old lady looking at my receipt for 2 seconds than having to go and every time I want something, I gotta ask a clerk or whatever to come over with the key to get the shit out. You know what I mean? Oh, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I think you do. I think you do know what I mean. Carolina says about half of Darke County, Ohio is on Medicaid and or some kind of public assistance. 80% of kids get meals assistance in public schools, tons on SNAP. Almost 80% are Republicans. See, that's the thing. And I have that in my family. I have family members, like cousins and mainly cousins, I guess. And that would be, my aunts and uncles and stuff, but who were on what we used to call welfare their whole entire lives. If it wasn't for welfare, they wouldn't have got fed. You can complain about that government cheese, but you'll fucking eat it. If that's all there is. Whatever little cash they had, whatever housing they had, it was because of government programs. And these are the same family members that are fucking maggots. It is mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. And they'll talk about how, illegal immigrants do this and do that, and they do, and blah, blah, blah. Or they'll say how they don't want their tax dollars going to this, and that Democrats, they want more and more taxes. But the taxes is what's paying for your fucking government cheese, you stupid motherfuckers. I mean, the Republicans want to eliminate the programs that are keeping you off the street, keeping your tummy fed. I don't know why there's this disconnect. And you see the taker states that take, and they don't give anything into the system. Those are mostly the red states. So maybe it is time to take everything away from them. It is a little bit Susan Sarandish. Maybe it's time. Take all this shit away. Take their Medicaid, take their SNAP, take their Section 8, take, whatever assistance they've got, just take it all away and say, thank you. That's courtesy of Donald Trump and Elon Musk and the Republican Party. And they didn't offer anything to replace it with. They didn't offer you, better avenues of getting, job training, skill training. Instead, what they did, they take away jobs. We're going to have unemployment going through the roof here in a little bit, with all these cuts they're doing. So it's one thing, okay, if you want to take away assistance, then when you're dealing with masses of people, then you better be able to fill that void with something. Otherwise, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. Susan Collins, I was shocked, says, oh shit, I just broke a mirror. Hopefully I'm reelected in 2026. I was applying my skincare. Amber D says, I'm going to try to garden this year. That's my way of protesting by buying less from corporations. It's a good idea if you can do that. If you've got the space and the know-how and the patience to grow shit, then do it. And maybe other people, you can try to find. I think there's little co-ops, little sort of farming co-ops. There's some even in urban areas and city areas where they can farm in abandoned lots, or they can even do hydroponics inside of some buildings that aren't being used and stuff like that. There are things that people can do. Persecution News says, why did Jesus just outright strike down that fig tree? We all have bad days. Kimchi says, Amber, me too, because now it is necessary. That's mid-thread. I'm mid-thread. Susan Collins, I'm shocked, says the blue states pay more in federal taxes for Medicaid than red states, and red states use assistance more. Yeah, and they're the takers. They don't put anything. They don't put really anything into the system, monetarily wise, but they take and they take and they take, and it's all financed by the blue states. So you red states, you should thank a blue state for anything. If you were able to get on SNAP, or you were able to get Medicaid, or you were able to get any type of financial assistance through the government, thank a blue state, because otherwise your sorry ass would be on the street and you'd be begging for scraps. Paul J, I need my assistance. Hope Washington will be able to help. Hey, Paul J, good to see you though. Janelle Walker, stimulus checks, what a joke. Quesadilla 79 is here. Quesadilla 79 says, same, not buying off Amazon, Target, or Whole Foods. By the way, we got 57 watching, 80 thumbs up, so guys, thank you so much. Maybe 20 more thumbs ups, and we'll have 100. I could do that math. Michael McAndrews says the things that work for Dumpy and his Nazi pals don't work for us. Wes Webb, oh my. Susan Collins, I was shocked. Says, if I need to do this for my country, I will. There's Aaron reminding everybody we got channel memberships, and I've seen a couple of those memberships today, so thank you so much. And we got super chats. I've seen a couple of those today, and thank you guys for that. And we got you can support the show by liking, subscribing, and sharing. Let's get those subs up. We're at 3790. Be nice to get to 3800. Break the 3800 mark would be nice. And you can buy me a coffee over there at buymeacoffee.com. Don't worry, you're not really buying me a coffee. You're just donating some money for the show, to the show. Kimchi says, Susan, please mind your heart at your age. Maybe stick to removing the dentures. I'm totally mid-thread on that there. Mid-thread. Kissy 79, yep, last tariff war, Hatch and Tester passed farm bailout bills that paid themselves as farmers off. MJ Daniel, we got our produce from a local place, which uses local produce when it is in season. And where you're at, MJ, you can do that. There's a lot of places there, right? Local produce. So that's, which is nice. And a lot of places across the country do as well. Marsha says, I own nothing, not even a car. I need the Medicare, Medicaid, SSI, Social Security, SNAP, and crappy subsidized housing I live in to exist. My family have passed away. Am I supposed to be on the curb? Well, that's where they'll have you. That's where Elon Musk and Donald Trump and the rest of his billionaire cabinet members, and that's all they'll have you. Hey, you got to buck up. It's going to get a little rough, they say. You're going to have to take some pain, they say. Which is pretty convenient since they have billions and billions and billions of dollars. They'll never see the type of pain that we see, that we're going to see, a lot of us here. I don't need a billionaire telling me that I'm going to have to feel some pain. Fuck you, Elon Musk. You motherfucker. Don't tell me that I'm going to have to endure some rough times because you want to cut all this shit. It's no skin off your nose, Elon Musk. Like I've said before, you could lose probably 99% of your wealth and still be fabulously wealthy and live a fabulously wealthy life. If you're worth $400 billion, and let's just say you're able to cash it out and liquefy it or whatever, and you lost 99% of that, you would still be very, very rich. You're very, very wealthy. At least in my eyes, you would be. So it says Gulf Marine says I just harvested bushels of dandelion greens, which will go into my eggs, bacon, and green scramble. That's how he lost 95 pounds. Was by eating dandelion greens. Wow. Sign me up for the dandelion greens. MJ Daniel, the Cosmic Crisp apples we just bought there were amazing and around $1.29 a pound. Cosmic Crisp apples. I never heard of those. Kimchi says I'm going to volunteer at my local food bank, not just because I might need it later. Susan Collins, I was shocked, says mega churches are such a grift. I had a church study in Las Vegas and had more fun and spent less. Weird. A church study in Vegas? Like a church Bible study in Vegas or something like that? I don't know. Participation again. Food banks always need volunteers. Carolina says, I'm so sorry to hear. I'm fortunate, I realize, but have no living blood relatives. Hubby died. My best friend, most of his family are mega maggots. That's what they want. We should just die and go away. We ain't going away, man. MJ Daniel says, I have a feeling the local produce will be much cheaper if the DJT tariffs go into effect because the farmers will not be able to sell it anywhere else. Yeah, that could be. Tom Bias says Elmo is cutting the inspectors, inspecting him. Yep. Janelle Walker says he wouldn't even get a hold of his ex when his kid had a medical emergency. Are you talking about Elmo or something? Janelle says he must have been wasted. Kipsy says in Nova and need help. I have an addict and no one will starve for in my vicinity. Let's network now before we are actually on the streets. MJ Daniel Payne for us. He will be fat and happy watching the chaos from his yacht in the south of France or something like that. Yeah. But, like I've said before, shit's going to hit the fan. The shit will hit the fan, and it's going to be a big backlash. There's going to be a big backlash, I believe. Anthony Reminiak's got to go. Thanks for being here, Anthony. Good to see you. MJ Daniel says, what DJT and Musk have done with U.S. aid have cost American farmers a lot. Yeah, they are wiping out the farmers, and that's what we were talking about earlier. They're wiping them out, and then JD Vance has his little, website or whatever, where he's lining people up to be able to go in and buy that property for pennies on the dollar. Outside foreigners buying up the property. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Hey, Roxanne Arfield, good to see you. Roxanne says she just came in from scooping some snow. I'm definitely not used to this. So you got snow where you're at. Michael McAndrews, the fan is going to hit the shit. Tom Bias is charging up again. Carol Alana says, I emailed my congressman that Americans are slow to get it. Eventually they do, and there will be hell to pay. I agree, TJ. Shit is about to hit the fan. It will be ugly. Fancy says, if you park near a fire department, you can pick up Wi-Fi. Little hack there, I guess. Janelle says, all my neighbors are maggots. They're maggots? They're like that kind of maggot? Kipsy says, I wasn't overreacting then and not now either. Germany, 1934, we are there. There are lots of parallels, that's for sure. Let's not ignore them. Let's not ignore them. Tom Bias says, some days you're the shit and some days you're the fan. Gotham Marine says, eat dandelion greens, no better nutrition this side of eggs. Dandelion greens. Who knew? Who knew? MJ Daniels has been watching some of the town halls around the country, and it is already hitting the fan now that Republicans have realized that this is going to hurt them too. Yeah. And I loved how, this wasn't a town hall, but how the main governor, whatever, where she said, what Trump was doing was violating federal and state and local laws. And he's like, we are the federal government. We are the federal. And whatever. She's like, and she just stood up to him, And he said, I'll see you in court. She said, yeah, I'll see you there. I welcome it, I welcome my seeing you in court because you're going to lose. She didn't say that, but I think we need more and more people to stand up to this motherfucker. More and more people need to stand up to Trump and just get it in his face and tell him what a fascist pig he is. And he's not American. He's not a patriot. He's anti-constitutional. He's anti-democratic, anti-republic. He's anti-everything that is good. And he's evil and he's bad and he needs to be done away with. More and more people need to say that. And the more and more people that are on the right that say that, the better. And that's the backlash I'm talking about. And we're going to see a backlash. If we get to voting in 2026, we're going to see the backlash in full glory. Hey, Chris Doug is here. Good to see you, Chris Doug. Chris says, Elmo is too stupid and blind to realize that Trump will throw him under the bus, just like Michael Cohen and Chris Christie. Muskrat will take all the blame when the time comes. They're all pretty stupid, I think. They hide behind their wealth and try to make like, just because they're rich, that they're smart. And I think we're learning that that's not always the case. That just being rich doesn't make you smart. It just makes you lucky. Like Trump, he just was a winner of the Good Sperm Club or whatever. He just happened to be born into a rich family. That's the only reason he is where he is now, because he just happened to be born into a rich family, and he's been able to parlay that into now being in the White House. But it's not because of his brains. It's only because of his luck in his stature in society, where he was born into, and that's it. Otherwise, he would probably be the stereotypical sleazy used car salesman. And I say stereotypical because they're not all sleazy, but things become stereotypes for a reason. Michael McAndrews coming in with a $10 super sticker chat. Thank you so much, Michael. Thanks, John, for being able to handle our rants. No problem. Michael McAndrews, yippee! Thank you so much for coming in and supporting the show. I always do appreciate that, and just appreciate you being here and giving me the thumbs ups. And if you guys can somehow help us get more subscriptions, that would be great. But thank you, Michael. I appreciate the financial support, the donations to help keep the show going. Always do appreciate that. Dash says dandelions and hickory nut milk. Boy, you guys are getting all woodsy out there. Billy Kidd 73. Hey, Billy Kidd, thanks for jumping on in. Says Illinois Governor Pritzker standing up to Trump too, calling him a Nazi. Yeah, that's great. And we need more of that. We need, but he's a Democrat. I like to see more Republicans stand up to him. Chris Doug, I'll see you in court, bitch. Amber D says, my house was built in 1929. It has seen tough times. I have had at least 3 neighbors ask me if it's haunted. I do not really believe in that sort of thing, but I do hear things sometimes. Well, you know, old buildings do get creaky. They're creaky. That's where all the ghost stories come from, I think. It's just the wind and the settling of, you know, and the creakies and stuff. You know. Anyhow, Soulcraft says, just the cost and waste from firing and rehiring shows they're incompetent. Yeah, it's so stupid. I mean, they're trying to find all this fraud, waste, and abuse. Just look in the fucking mirror. They're the fraud, waste, and abuse. And like Hal said, and like I've been saying, fine. I'm all for finding fraud, waste, and abuse. I'm all for it. But you don't do it the way they're doing it. You do it the right way. Alvin Stube, member for 6 months. Thank you, Alvin Stube. You get a yippee. Yippee. Alvin Stube, 6 months. I wonder if Trump knows how stupid he is. I don't think he does. I think he thinks he's brilliant. I think he thinks he's a mover and a shaker. He thinks he's a trendsetter or something. He thinks that he is the man. I don't think he knows how stupid he is. I really don't. And I think probably most people don't. Carolina says, my neighbor to the south has a Trump flag instead of American flag in Ohio. No way I will share with them. Sorry. I'm all out of fucks to give. Carol has no more fucks to give. We're all running out of fucks, I think. We're all getting pretty low on the fucks. Purchase basically a distant accountant, and they learn the loopholes. Non-news says Steve Miller urged Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to remain committed to the course of calm. Trump, he believes he's guided by a sense of responsibility for global stability and peace. And they are, you know, Miller and Trump both extremely full of shit. MJ Daniels says, can you sue your state representatives, Congress, Senate? Because I think Americans should do that. Sue the local Republicans instead of DJT for allowing this to continue. Well, if they say you can sue a ham sandwich or whatever. I don't know, but mostly when it comes to politics and political offices, your only recourse is just to vote them out. But you can sue. I think you can sue anybody if they commit either a crime or some sort of civil infraction or civil crime. I don't know. It's not a crime if it's civil, but you know what I mean. Kim, she says, Amber, my renter died for 12 minutes and says he sees all the ghosts. He saw my brother before I knew he died. Wow, that's kind of spooky. AM says the governor of Maine stood up to this kind of governor's meeting, and he threatened to cut off federal funding as retribution, which is unconstitutional. Right. And she said, see you in court. And he said, oh, I'll look forward to that. It should be easy. And then she said, for me. So the for me part kind of gets cut out. But I think she did say, yeah, it'll be easy for me. Not for you, motherfucker. Joy says the lesson that money can't buy happiness still holds true, but these jokers keep trying and trying. Yeah, because they look pretty miserable. I mean, Elon Musk, for all his money and everything and power, all he does is get high. Now, I know you guys are getting high, but I mean, he's doing the ketamine and he's doing all these weird things. It seems like he's just constantly escaping, using, it's just self-medicating. And it just doesn't seem right to me. If I had even just a fraction of the money that he has, I think I would be happy. I would be traveling. I'd be going around the world. I wouldn't have to worry about bills ever again. There is a certain relief and happiness and content that can come with a certain amount of money. And then I think there's another certain amount of money where with some people, it just becomes never enough, never ever satisfied, and they go on complete power trips like Elon Musk is doing right now. And a lot of those oligarchs, it's just not about money. It's about power, and it's about playing this game, this ultimate monopoly game where they're the only ones left standing. That's how they see life. Everyone else is an enemy and needs to be destroyed, and they have to be the sole survivors. That's how some of these people think. And that's pretty sick because it's just a game. Monopoly is just a game, and it shouldn't be taken so literal. All right? It's not about wiping everybody out. In real life, it's not a zero-sum game. It's not a zero-sum game, okay? There's enough to go around for everybody. You don't have to wipe everybody out. But these assholes like Musk and Putin and even Trump, they don't. They're fucking sociopaths. Sociopaths and money don't go very well together. For the rest of us, anyhow. Bruce says JB is the pride and joy of Illinois. Tom Bias believes in ghosts. MJ Daniel says we need more people like the ex-NFL kicker who got thrown out of the town hall. Kim Chi says that her neighbor's house was definitely haunted. The cats could see and avoid them. Torn down now, but new house has things too. I want to check the property history on that and see if there's been any burial grounds or something. I don't know. Chris Doug says, I'm really beginning to see promising things coming from Governor Pritzker. He was very presidential in that speech. He's balanced and honest. And we will probably see, if it was wondering who the Democrats are going to be, they're going to be running for president in 2028, I think you're going to see Pritzker in that group, along with Newsom and probably Buttigieg. And I don't know if we'll ever see Kamala Harris. I think she's done, at least for president. She might run for governor, California or something, but who knows? Nixon lost, went away, and came back and became president. Won two times, but had to leave early. My point is though, you never know. You just never know. You never know. Michael McAndrew says, yep, John, they need to look in the mirror if they are looking for fraud and corruption. Absolutely. It's just like when when OJ was saying, telling people to look for the killer and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people said, well, look in the mirror, OJ. Push Capacious M says, I have the sound of a ghost with a walker we made in an old nursing home. NJ Daniel, in junior high and high school, the house we lived in was built around 1896 and was totally haunted. Pretty creepy place. Now we're talking about ghosts. That's what this show does. We go from wiping your butt with a corn cob to talking about ghosts. Gulf Marine says, 1 week after my big gray white beloved tomcat Skeeter died, his apparition appeared in the hall to say goodbye. I was in shock for weeks. Wow. AM, the governor remains to King wannabe and threatened to cut off federal funds distribution. I think that is unconstitutional. Didn't I already read that? Kimchi says, Joy, according to neighborhood lore, they remain. I mean, the new neighbors have unanswered questions. Brooklyn says it didn't work out for E.G. and Carol. Well, she won her case. I think she's gotten some payments for that. I don't know what's going on with, as far as all the money he owes her. Michael McAndrew says our brains can do awesome things. We can see and hear without eyes and ears. I kind of tend to go that route of our brains being really extraordinary and can show us things that we think are, otherworldly or whatever. Joy Eldridge, you can sue anyone provided a lawyer will take the case. It's the American way. Yeah. Michael McAndrews, I'm a Ghostbuster. The Soul Crab says, I helped do haunted tours in the Civil War section of our town. Houses from 1730, Civil War battlefield, etc. Boy, that just sounds interesting. And, I love that kind of shit. I love, and whenever you do go to anything that's historical like that, and especially where people died, there is that, that hallowed ground, that there is this feeling that you can get. I mean, I've even been in old, like, basement, or not basements, well, but the other side, attics, like old attics or something of houses, and that were really old, and there is just the kind of a creepiness, and you can kind of, or I've even, like, we had this old big wooden old, like a locker type of thing, but whatever you call it, and it had a bunch of old stuff from, like, our great grandparents and great grandparents, and just looking at it and holding it, it's almost like you can almost like feel them being there. It's really weird. There is an eeriness when you come into contact with stuff that's really old and there's a history behind it, and you can almost like feel them. Like, even when I went to DC, I remember going to and this is a long time ago. This is like 30 years ago, but I remember going, and we saw the Ford Theater where Lincoln was shot, and then we went across the street and to where in real life, when Lincoln was shot, they dragged him over to this, I guess it was a doctor's house or a dentist or something, whatever it was, and they put him in this bed, and the same bed is there, the same linen is there, and you can even see a very faint little stain that was blood, that, like, from Lincoln. And I remember looking at that. You can't touch it because you're not, you don't want to ruin it, but you can look at it. And I remember these places, it felt really eerie. Like, there was an eeriness. There was something about it. You could feel this presence. Now, again, I don't know if that's just my head, my brain playing tricks with me, but you can, when you go into these battlefields and you see these things, these like Civil War battlefields, sometimes you can kind of feel like the presence of what was going on that during that time, So it is interesting. It is very interesting how we react to these things and how we feel, Fancy says, I heard a Russian troll building in Moscow got burned down. I wonder, does that have something to do with it? I'm mid-thread. I'm always mid-thread on Fancy because I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Kimchi says, my chosen mammy is as much a saint as my adoptive mother. She gives most to the church, which is not my bag, but I feel she must be spoiled anyway. Janelle Walker says they deputized some security guards. Yeah, that was in some of my opening videos there about Musk getting his security detail deputized and all this kind of shit. Yeah, and he's you know, I guess that's how you do it. If you're not vetted and you're not given security clearances and you're not getting you haven't gone through any type of congressional oversight or confirmation, it's just ridiculous. Midas Kevin Anderson says Trucker John, Kamala Harris is getting an NAACP award tonight. Oh, great. That's awesome. Well deserved, I would say. Michael McAndrews, did you do another one? Michael, $10 super chat. Yippee to Michael. Thank you so much for the support. Michael says, this is such a great room, John. It is. You guys are the best. You guys are awesome. Great conversations. And, you know, and we all have a lot of different opinions and viewpoints, and we all pretty much get along, I think. And I like that we can express different viewpoints and not get all butthurt usually. I say usually. There's always an exception. But yeah, thanks, Michael. Thanks so much. And I think you're right. Great chat room. Chris Doug says, indeed, MJ Daniel, some lasting and impactful position for Kamala would be a karmic reversal. I'm getting very thirsty. So I'm chugging water. First Capacious M says, we found the nursing log for this ghost, gave her a name. Wow. The Soulcraft says the Athens State College, first all-female university, was only saved from being burned to the ground by Yankee Army because Lincoln sent a lawyer ordering them not to. Carolina says, we had cats at our last home that seemed to see ghost kitties of our dear cat who died. Honest story. Both of us skeptics enough to make us believers of you. They alert, then interact with nothing. That's kind of funny and weird. John Dev General always saw orbs on those ghost hunter shows. To actually see them in person was wild. You actually saw ghosts in person? The Soulcraft, the mansion they used as a hospital is really scary. Too many stories to tell. Carolina, John Deff, yes, I mean, even Mexico, with macho men culture, elected Claudia Steinbaum as president of Mexico, we are so behind the times. Yeah, we are. We've taken a couple swings at it with Hillary and with Kamala. Come up short, but we're close, man. We're close. I mean, I keep saying it. I think if Kamala had a little bit more time, she would have won, but now we gotta wait for the next time. Nick Rich, 1 o'clock. Hey, look at that. I'm 1 minute behind now because I scrolled down quite a bit. Robert Perez, I haven't seen a ghost, but I've seen the devil in the White House. Yeah. All right, so we're getting close to the end here. So that means, of course, I got to come out, say a few things before Trucker John shuts the damn show off. I just want to say hi to everybody. Make sure you guys don't give up hope. We're gonna beat them in 2026. We're gonna trounce them. We're gonna kick some ass in 2026. Don't fear. I've said it, so now it will be done. It shall be done. If Tough Cookie says it'll be done, it's gonna get done. Damn it! All right, we're gonna win. We're gonna kick some butt in 2026. Absolutely, 100%, no doubt about it. All right, so don't fear. Just vote. I think Obama said that. Don't fear, just vote. All right, so we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote out these. There's gonna be lots of people finding out the hard way. Unfortunately, they're gonna come back and they're gonna be angry. They're gonna be so angry, and they're gonna vote for Dems just out of anger for the Republicans that stabbed them in the back. The Republicans that have screwed them over. To the Republicans that have made them foreclose on their farms after they had been told that they would get these programs going. And now Musk, who's not even an elected official in any way, shape, or form, is cutting those programs and pulling the rug right out from under their feet. Hopefully, will be enough of those that will have learned their lesson. There's going to be so many people so pissed off. It's going to bite them in the butt. Absolutely. 100%. You can take that to the bank, the cookie bank, as it were. All right. That's enough. That's enough for me. Hi. Oh, hey. Here I am. For a minute there, I didn't think I was gonna. I was kind of late coming in. I don't know what happened there. I tripped. I stumbled, but here I am. Aye, guys. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just we're gonna take it 1 minute at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 second at a time. Whatever we got to do. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out with Trucker John, and we're gonna hang out with Hal Sparks, and we're gonna hang out with Boston Brian, and we're gonna hang out with Liberal Dan, and all the other folks. We're gonna hang out, chat. We're gonna help each other out. Make sure we get to the polls. Make sure we vote. Make sure we write our representatives or call them. We're going to go to the streets and peacefully protest. Lots of protests. We're going to have national strike, general strikes. Those are coming up. We're all going to participate, and we're going to let Trump and his minions and his oligarchs and his maggots know that we are mad as hell, and we're not going to take it anymore. That's right, folks. And that's not from network. That's from me. But we're gonna do it. All right? These are the things we got to do. These are the things we got to do. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it, all of us together. Because that's what it takes. All of us together. All right? Will you join me in the Purple Paul Brigade as we take to the streets? We let our voices be heard, and we do it peacefully. All right? And I think we can do this peacefully, especially the voting part. Let's vote peacefully, but stop voting for Republicans, and let's take the House, let's take the Senate. 2028, let's take back the White House. I think we can do this, especially when we show everybody how bad Trump has been. We got to just make sure we repeat it over and over again, how bad he's been, how they're losing jobs. Inflation is going to spike, and these are all going to be because of Trump's policies. That's what we need to make sure that it doesn't go unnoticed. We don't let him slide on anything. We don't let Trump get away with not one damn thing. All right? Don't let him get away with anything. All right, guys. You guys are great. I'm glad I could say my little piece for today. And back to Trucker John now. All right. Thank you, Paul. That was very nice of Paul there. Paul, the purple beard guy. And even Tough Cookie wasn't that bad today. So thanks for those guys for coming on out. All right, so that's about all I have for today. I'm going to get out and start driving. It's a big weekend. They've got a big half marathon thing going on tomorrow. That's where they block off the strip. A lot of people are in town. They'll start blocking off the strip tonight, I think. And I know they got a 5K and a 10K and a half marathon. And when they block off the strip like that, it does make things really busy and there's a lot of surge pricing and stuff like that. So I think I need to get out there and make as much moolah as I can because I got to pay the rent. So I'll see you guys probably on Monday. Again, programming note: I will be in my taxi cab driver training on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's an all-day thing, so I'm not going to go live on those days. So I'm thinking Monday and Friday I'll probably go live, and maybe around 1 p.m. Pacific time, my time, and then we'll just lead it right into the Hal Sparks Show on Monday and Friday. All right, guys. So until then, take care. Have a good rest of your weekend. Try to hang on the best you can. Make the best of it. I know these are scary times. These are tough times. We're worried about a lot of things, but just take it 1 second at a time. Find your happiness. Find your peace. Whatever it is, do gardening. Someone was talking about gardening. That's a good way to if food prices are going to be expensive, and if you can grow your own thing, but also gardening, it can be very soothing, and it can be a great hobby too, and take your mind off a lot of things. So find something that can temporarily, I'm not saying totally disengage and not be aware of what's going on, but also we need to take little breaks. And hobbies can do that. Whatever your hobby is, stamp collecting, I don't know, RC car, photography, whatever it is you like to do, take time out to do that and take your mind off some of this stuff. And check out the news every night, once a day. You don't need to be glued to the news, But we want to know what's going on, and we don't want Trump and Musk to think they can just get away with everything. So we need to be engaged and know what's going on, but also we need to do things that can kind of take our mind off things. Wes says gardening's hard on the body. If you can't do it, then just do something else. Find something else that you can do. I don't know how hard stamp collecting is on the body. I don't know, but whatever it is, we all have different things that we can do, and just sort of unwind and relax. Before we go, let me look. I can go back and look at the chat filter for the fan funding and just give shout outs there. Again, Kimchi, thank you so much. Did the 49 super sticker. David McPeak became a driver and a member. Thank you, David. Joy Eldred with a $9.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. Isolda Zinn, been a member for 6 months. Gino Maynard, a member for 9 months. Brooklyn 470, NY 471 with a 99-cent and a $1.49 super stickers. Thank you so much, Brooklyn. Michael McAndrews coming in with a $10 super sticker. Thank you so much. Alvin Stube, a member for 6 months. Non-useful gifted. Also, I missed that one, non-useful. Thank you so much for that. I didn't see who received those, but if you got one today, it was from non-useful. And if you guys see non-useful around in a chat, just say thank you to non-useful. Michael Management, another $10 supporters. Thank you again, Michael, so much for supporting the show, helping us to keep going and continuing on. Carol Alana became a driver. Thank you, Carol, for your membership and for your support of the show. You guys are awesome. Everyone else with the likes, the subscribes, the sharing, it's all huge. It's all great. It all helps the show. Let's get those subscriptions up if we can. That would be great. Let's get to 3,800 and then onward from there. All right, guys, you guys are awesome. Again, I'll see you. Nick Rich, the 21st Century Suffragettes tomorrow. Tomorrow you got Boston Brian. You got the 21st Century Suffragettes. Phil Ittner puts out show. It's not live, but he puts out I think the interview shows that he does. Lots of great programming for that for Sunday, and then Monday morning, Stephanie Miller, Hal Sparks in the morning, and then what I do after that is usually like Randy Rhodes and then Nicole Sandler. I might be going up against Nicole or Randy this on Monday and Friday because I wanted to go live, but sometimes you overlap. That's the way it goes. It's not meant. in any type of adversarial way. It just there's only so much time slots and so many things. Sometimes you're going to overlap. If you guys have 2 devices and you like 2 shows that are on at the same time and you want to support them, I suggest putting one device on one show and a show on the other device. Anyhow, Soulcraft's Diane is jamming tonight. Diane is awesome. Love her musicianship and her singing, and when she puts on great performances. So that'll be fun to watch. And Soulcraft says Randy was on CNN. I heard about that. I haven't seen it. I'm going to be looking for the clip. I'd like to see that. I'm glad she's on CNN. That's awesome. All right, guys. So that's it for today. See you guys Monday, probably 1 p.m. Pacific time for our live stream. No Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be in training. All right, guys. You guys are awesome. Again, just leaving the show with some words of wisdom. You guys might want to write this down. Get a pad, pencil, paper. Write this down. Here comes the good stuff. Okay, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? Okay. So just remember that
well, it's time to say goodbye. The show has come to an end. But don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again. We'll have some fun times, hopefully nothing too bad. We might talk about war crimes. Might talk about Baghdad. I doubt we'll talk about door chimes. But if we did, I'd be only too glad. So I style of Easter, baby. The show is over, but could I ask you maybe to take a shower? No, that's not what I meant, but I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with over. Now my whole rhyming scheme is all screwed up. Oh shit, I should have stuck to truck driving, who I tried to kid. At least when I was out there driving, I could handle a skid, but doing this live stream, baby, has been a real kid. So I hope to see y'all again right here on the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna do it again and again, right here in the Trucker John live stream. Yeah, the Trucker John live stream. We're gonna come back and do it all again. No, this ain't no dream. This is where we win, right here on the Trucker John live stream. No, this time to say goodbye. The show is coming in. Don't be sad, no, don't you cry. We're all gonna come back and meet again.
Trucker John, on the road he rides, live streaming all through the nights. From politics to pop culture he speaks. No topic is off limits, nothing is weak. From Vegas to the highways, he'll never tire, shouting about food, talking about desire. He's the rebel of the asphalt, the king of the night. With a microphone in his hand, he's ready to ignite. Freedom is his fuel, passion in his soul. Gotta express himself. control, moving through the country, keeping it real, no filter, no holding back, nothing to conceal.
Rolling down the highway in my rusty old rig. I'm a retired trucker, but my spirit's still big. Living in Vegas, where the lights never sleep.